You can have a great trade, you can execute it perfectly and still end up with a loss, but should walk off of your trading station with a smile on your face and say, this is the kind of trading I want to do every single day.
Getting rid of the decision fatigue where when it fits your stats, you're going to get in and out like a robot. As far as a trader goes, we're all in this for longevity.
There is the passion you do for the game, and then there's when you share it with other people, you have enlightenment moments, you have bigger ideas, you go deeper into conversations, you push the note way further. So what it does is trading in a group, how we do it, it brings what you already love about trading to another level.
So that's the reason why I reach out to trading desk to learn a real strategy with real statistic, and it's where I start making money with the market. Because before that,
You bought everything that we made money shorting.
yeah,
Nice.
The key thing to know is trading, it's not hard to make money in trading. Any monkey can click on buttons and make money if it goes in the direction you want. So trading it's not hard to make money, it's hard to make money consistently.
do your own statistics, and as soon as you do your own statistics, then you really trust the process, and then you really have to thrive to just say, okay, I know I trust my stats. It's not just a leap of faith, and then you go and then you start making real money.
So Julien just said that Sean's the real MVP. For anyone wondering, he's right.
Did we start? Is this
Sure.
live?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
he
how-
already
that's
clapped. He's
Oh, shit.
Once the clap
Well-
is done, then
Clapping.
we can start.
clapping away. All right, boys. Welcome to the first Coach's
go.
Corner. This is fun to get to see Dave in person at the office.
Excited to be here.
Absolutely.
It's pretty sweet.
Welcome to Mirabel. The land
How do you
of the
like it?
free.
I really like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a
En-
super
enough
cool
to open
environment.
one in Ottawa?
One day.
One
I
day?
can see it. I can see it.
Yeah, well, I think there's.
But you know what makes it though is this is
Yeah, the
being with
environment,
you
yeah.
guys. You know,
Yeah.
How was your feeling on the floor?
it's fun. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It's
different from
It's
the
so
live, huh?
different. You know,
Mm.
being with the people. I mean, you trade how you trade. Nothing changed as far as how I traded, but it's just fun to see the people, to ask them questions, and get the response and all in real time. I don't know. It's just different. It's
The
just a different
difference,
vibe.
I think, it's like you see the reaction in
Yeah.
real time. So
I agree.
I- Isn't it you that had a guy that made his first trade on the floor ever?
there's a couple actually.
Didn't trade
There's-
before?
There's Jean-Paul and also Laszlo. They didn't trade before.
So their first trade was live with you.
Yeah,
That's
on the floor
crazy.
and on the first day as well of the floor.
That's a pretty unique
Yeah.
experience.
That was really nice.
You know what's cool? I find that behind a Discord screen, you never get to actually see what the people are doing, right? It's easy to show the winners, hide the losers, right? In this, we were talking with the students, and unfortunately today was just one of those trades. I thought it was a great setup. I would have played this trade every day. It was a loss, though. It was a controlled loss, but it's funny to see the students that said, that's not their bread and butter setup, but they still ended up taking it, and some of them took a loss, and it's just like it's fun to see it in real time that as a student you or as a coach you can correct the students right away and say, hey, why did you take that one last week? You said you weren't going to take them.
Yeah, it's harder to hide.
Exactly, and that's what's very easy in the trading community is show the winners.
Yeah, hide the losers and look like a pro.
Yeah.
But I think that the really good thing about it is because often, like online, when people are taking losses, they stay in the shadow. They don't come out. They don't ask for help for X reason. I don't know why. But often during the Monday night training, every time I'm telling guys, if you have any problem with your trading, get out of the shadow, ask question. We're here to help you.
Ask for help.
And on the floor, it's direct.
Well, what the problem is, I think in trading, it's so opposite of what culturally we know, right? In any other world, the more you do, the more you practice, the better you get. In trading, that's not how it works. And in this world of trading, having a winning trade does not mean it was a good trade. Just like having a losing trade doesn't mean it was a bad trade. But that's what takes time. And I think people are embarrassed sometimes to show their losers.
But it's part of the
Usually
game.
because it's lack of
I
discipline.
love showing losers. I feel
Oh, it's
like
pretty
when
cool.
you show a loser, you show controlled. You show that you had control over that losing trade. It just shows discipline.
Exactly.
But people also tend to learn better off of their losses than their wins, right? If
100%.
you give someone a good market stretch where they don't necessarily trade well, but they make money, we're built in a weird way where we associate a win with money. In trading, it's not that linear, right? So you can have a great setup, you can have a great trade, you can execute it perfectly and still end up with a loss, but should walk off of your trading station with a smile on your face and say, this is the kind of trading I want to do every single day, right? The losses are part of what we do. Now, it's tough when you're doing it in the shadows of the Discord where people will take those losses, they'll revenge trade because they're like, this setup was supposed to be good, which it is, right? It's 8 times out of 10, it's going to yield profits. But at the end of the day, being able to take that loss and not let it affect your mental is such a hard thing to do when you're alone. Whereas the big advantage of having the floor is you get to see the immediate interactions with the coach. You get to see the people around you, your peers. So taking that loss is a good thing, and being able to be like, oh, okay, he's happy, she's happy, everyone's okay. This is normal, right? Like you compare yourself to yourself when you're trading alone, whereas the floor, you get the immediate reaction from everyone around you. So
That, and I can see it creates FOMO. That is one thing I would notice today is some of the people, they ended up taking it, and because I think some people
but
took
FOMO,
the trade, others followed in.
But that's a good thing though, because you'll generate FOMO no matter where you go, right? Like you hear people talk about crypto, talk about Forex, talk about any different markets, and it's easy to generate FOMO. And I think it's something that you either have in you or you don't. If you do have it, well, being
FOMO,
around
I think everybody has got FOMO.
to different levels.
To a different
right?
level, yeah, but everybody's
when
got
your
FOMO.
stats, everything, like you trust your stats, so you less and less you get
See,
into the
that,
FOMO
it's interesting
reaction.
that you say that though, because even if you present people with stats, you get to that threshold where the stats go left and the FOMO kicks in, and then the FOMO takes over, right? So like,
Do you guys still get FOMO?
no,
No,
No.
I wasn't in the trade today. because-
probably get FOMO in a way where I know it's there, but I get to control it now.
So let's say there's a setup where you didn't really particularly liked it, but then you see other coaches take the setup and you're leading the class, and you know you have, I don't know, 30, 40, 100 people watching you, and in the back of your mind, you know they're kind of like wishing you find them a trade, even though that's not what we're supposed to do. And then you see Dave in English, or you see me in French, or Drew, or whoever. You don't get that FOMO where you're like, gosh, they're gonna think Drew's better, which that's why he has the MVP trophy.
I knew it was coming up. So I don't get the FOMO. If anything, I find reasons not to trade. That's what I notice
Yeah,
when
that's
I'm
fair.
doing a live session. I'll find
But
reasons
let's say,
not to
okay,
trade.
I'll give you an example. That morning where none of us
IBIO?
took, was
Yeah.
it IBIO?
IBIO. I
And
remember
you
like
were
it was
live,
yesterday. I would die on that
200
hill.
people, yeah.
I will die on that hill.
I remember I was with the little group.
It was a perfect trade.
No, it
wasn't perfect.
It wasn't. I was with the elite group, and I was like, it has this red flag. You know, maybe if it sets up as maybe like an extension double top, I'm gonna take it. But to attack it front side with the pattern, I'd be like, wow, it's. And then I text, was it you first or Julien? I'm like, do you think this is a perfect
I
setup?
thought, I, thought
And
I
then-
was in hot water because you text me, hey, did you take it? And I was like, no. Should I?
I didn't know what any of you guys did until I closed it, and I was like, I hope they all just. I was thinking maybe they all took it, and I'm the only one that didn't. But thankfully,
No,
you
I-
messaged me. Did you like that play? No. Did you like that play? No. Sean, yeah, he did.
I loved it.
He said, no, Sean, he fucked up, but he's the one who got the win.
Basically, the problem is Sean.
Is
No,
this
but-
an intervention?
Then
have a
I feel
problem.
sometimes I would get FOMO when I see you guys take a trade that is not like perfectly perfect for me. I see how aggressive you are on some setup, especially you two. Dave and I are older traders.
Yeah,
We're like more passive, aggressive.
Old school traders
You
over
guys,
here.
you guys are the new blood.
The young guns.
I see that.
Yeah.
Like, he's in now. It's like barely 2 minutes past open. And they're already attacking it. It's young blood need to make some dough.
But I think that the big difference for me in IBIO, and I think it comes from a standpoint where like the beauty of trading desk is the different mindsets that we have towards the same setups, right? So like it's gonna happen again. It's happened once. It'll happen multiple times in the future where, you know, you're very analytical. You're nicknamed the sniper, or at one point you're like picky trader Dave, right? Like you would always find that really big entry.
That name, Peaky Trader.
I don't think so.
I think we took it all. Eh?
It faded when we became admins. It was more professional in the Discord. But the OG days,
This
is
guy
Picky
rocked
Trader.
Peaky Traders
I know.
for years.
Yeah.
You still
But
lives
I'm not
to
as
the
picky.
reputation.
Oh yeah.
Well, to a point. I found I've loosened up quite a bit.
You did.
Because it took
of
me.
them.
No. I think it was just with time because I was a discretionary trader like yourself for years, and then when we came out with like the statistical approach, where very you trade like a robot, and I had a very hard time letting go of the discretionary side.
Yeah.
But then, man, after a few months of seeing how effective it is, and just the, you don't have to think so much about it. You don't have to. I'm trying to think of the word. Just
You can put aside a lot of details that you would use in discretionary trading, that when you go into probability trading, you don't need to follow volume or this and that. And
I think that
trading.
the word I was looking for is decision fatigue, and I think that was that
Well
was such a
done.
great
Well
part
said.
is getting rid of the decision fatigue, where
Yeah.
when it fits your stats, you're going to get in and out like a robot. And just, as far as a trader goes, we're all in this for longevity, and I think just getting rid of a lot of decision fatigue is key. I think.
to have a long career,
We see that often with the new members who come in with trading experience. They're the ones who have the hardest time abiding by the gap of short criterias, right? Because how many times do we hear, oh, but news? And we're like, we don't give a crap about the news because
Flying,
we've seen so many good news, quote unquote, crap out exactly like we want it. Right?
What's the craziest news you guys saw that
Hurts.
Yes.
hurts? Yeah, hurts is a good one.
Hurts.
I don't recall. it.
Declare
Hurts.
bankruptcy, run 300%.
Yeah,
yeah,
that was like
that was
5 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
It was
Complete disconnection with reality. And that's where you end up in a position where you see these setups happen so often that news doesn't mean anything, right? The amount of times that we hear biotech cure cancer, crap out and die. Like how many times do we trade biotech and it's like, oh, but they have good news. They always have good news.
Yeah,
right?
that's
like,
the point of having a news is to have
They
good news.
promise the moon to their investors.
always to the moon, everything, and then all of a sudden, beautiful entry, beautiful setup. Take the short and go from there. But I want to come back to IBIO, okay? Because
it's done.
Why?
It's done.
Why?
You took an off-pattern trade.
You're the
You
only
got
one who
lucky.
made profit on it, so
Hey,
let's not
listen,
talk
it's
about
okay.
it.
You
I'll
made
show
your
you guys
20%.
my chart afterwards. You guys will be the judge.
Was that the one you start taking profit at 6%?
No, that was yours.
I don't know.
IBIO is 25%.
25%.
Yeah.
But
That was
I
a good
took a trade like this month. It was BEAT.
beat. Yeah.
Beat. Like
Yeah,
none
beat
of you
was
were
great.
in.
I was in beat.
You were in beat.
Uh-huh.
What was
Terrible
the
trade.
red flag about beat? No, that wasn't a terrible
Was
trade.
it,
It's
wasn't
good the
it under
second
a
day.
dollar?
Under dollar, maybe the daily wasn't clear enough.
It
But
was
I
good
was
the
like,
second day.
I was painting my picture, and I was like, I like it. At the end,
I took beat.
if you liked it, gives you your entry, you accept the result. That's it. That's all.
Yep.
It's not a leap of faith. You're just like, okay, it's good enough for me. Maybe I don't have like an 80% ratio of winning on this trade, particularly, but you can have like a 70 or a 75 in your head, and then when you choose to take it, choose the result.
Yeah, you have
as
to be
well.
okay with the outcomes, right? Like that's a lot of things that the new members I also find that I'll see on their trading, and I like to paint boxes when I trade. Like a lot of people talk
You
about
guys
the
like to
famous
paint.
boxes.
And he paints a picture.
We're
and
I
I
paint
paint
artists.
boxes.
boxes.
Yeah, but it works. I think that the visual aspect of what we do kind of like removes the noise. So people think that like a stock that'll drop 12% and then bounce 5 or 6, and they've got the finger on the cover button because they're scared of letting the profits go. And I'm like, you're in no man's land. Let it do what it has to do. Like it's normal for stocks to breathe, right? But a lot of people have that. They lose track of where the stocks should go when their strategy works, and I think that that's what causes a lot of them to go around in circles for.
They
for a
pay
while.
themselves too quickly.
they pay themselves too quickly, or they just don't follow stats themselves, right?
Because the thing with the stats is when you get to our group, to our academy, like it's a little bit of a leap of faith about all our statistics. That's why, like all the members, I'm like, do your own statistics. And as soon as you do your own statistics, then you really trust the process, and then you really have like not the courage, but the instinct, the thrive to just say, okay, I know I trust my stats. It's not just a leap of faith. And then you go and then you start making real money.
You know what I realized? I realized how we sat here being the oldest OGs. They're like the newcomers that are coming up.
Listen,
That's crazy because when I see you guys talk, you know your story, right?
Yeah.
We know our story, but I've seen when you guys came into the world of trading and having you here, and I've been sitting for the past 10, 15 minutes and just being quiet most of the part, but just to listen to you guys know the strategies, know the way around trading. It's fascinating how you guys grew over the years to become the traders that you guys are today. But I think
thanks to you.
no, it's
Mostly,
but
mostly.
it's fascinating when people say thanks to me. But I've given this opportunity to many people that didn't take it the way you guys took it, right?
We didn't steal.
So like
steal it.
when Dave started, Dave was trader number 1, so he was only him and me, and there wasn't any courses, or there wasn't any real strategy written down.
less structure.
Less structure.
Yeah.
No structure.
And no structure.
I didn't want to go to zero.
Pretty much zero. The strategy was add on the way up until it collapses. That's
Well,
it.
it worked for a long time
It did.
until it doesn't.
doesn't.
But when we started, I remember we didn't even trade live.
No.
Because it was too stressful. So we had to do the plan. Then I would close Discord, and we'd be on mute, and then we trade, and then come back after and say, "Okay, Dave, what did you do? This is what I
How
did."
do we fix it?
And then da 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 da.
Or it would be me writing, help.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Because
I'm in a short squeeze.
Yeah, that's exactly
his
it.
His Apple Watch would what
It would
what would
beep.
it do?
Yeah, I was detecting like tachycardia.
Crazy.
And yeah, the cold sweats, so nervous. And
You know it's bad when you have to trade with a defibrillator. Just in case, in case of emergency, hit the red button and just.
yep. Yeah, it was stressful.
But how did you guys end up trading together? How was Dave the first OG trader? I don't even think I know that story. Like, how were you the first guy to just? How'd you guys know each other? Like, what's the background there?
We just kind of knew each other through other acquaintances. And kind of just to rewind my story, I actually went to a conference in Montreal. So I'm from Ottawa, but I went to I think it was a free trading conference just for a weekend in Montreal. And I went with a couple friends and my sister, and we went there. And
Do you know the guy? Who you still remember the
I
guy?
don't remember. It was options trading.
Okay.
And I thought it was really interesting, but I got home and I was about to open a Quest Trade account and I was about to fund it, and I'm like, nope, I'm definitely going to lose money if I put money in this, because there wasn't enough. Like, it wasn't enough information, and without mentorship, I know I would lose the money for sure. That was about 3 years before I reached out to Frank.
Okay.
And
Okay, so it was coming. Like your passion, the way you're
Yeah.
building up into getting to become a trader.
yeah, it was always kind of in the back of my head. So you guys know, my background as a paramedic for a few years and firefighter for almost 16 years. And basically at the same time I started trading, I also got into real estate as well. I got my real estate license, did that during the COVID times. And my son was born a month before I took my first trade. So busy,
Ooh.
busy. But anyways,
God.
nonetheless, I reached out to, there's 2 full-time traders that I knew on my social media. And they were just friends of friends, basically, essentially. And one of them, I'm like, can you give me any sort of tips, advice? I'm wanting to get involved in the industry. He sent me a YouTube clip. It was just like an audio book of, I think it's How to Day Trade for a Living by Dr. Alexander Elder, I want to say.
Okay.
And it was interesting. It was good, but doesn't give you any sort of
No strategy.
No strategy.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
psychology.
90 something percent of YouTube is not going to give you any strategy. They'll give you like understanding on
Yeah.
what is a VWAP, what
Follow
is a
the
candle.
VWAP.
Yeah.
No, you'll learn concepts.
over
You'll
the
learn
VWAP
very general
cylinder.
concepts.
But it's very basic, right?
Very basic.
Because there's so much information that piecing that information together is close to impossible if you don't know what you're looking for.
Well, you don't know
It's-
what you
you're
don't
gonna
know.
change a lot. So like I've done it before getting involved into the mentor that taught me, and I've done YouTube like the whole entire trading YouTube. Like there wasn't anybody doing trading YouTube videos that I didn't know about, that I didn't study his strategy. And that's the problem is you do it a little bit. It works when he does it.
Yeah.
It doesn't work when you do it.
Yeah.
So you change, and by the time you study everything about the new guy, couple weeks, couple months have passed, you put it into effect, and then when he does it, it works. When you do it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And so you change guy, and I did this for like maybe 6 months until I realized that all the content out there on anything that's trading related
It's outdated.
It's not outdated. There's a reason why it's free. You know, it's free because it doesn't work. You know, so when you got something that work, you don't give it out for free. That's like universal rule for anything that's valuable. So there's a reason why it's out there and it's free. And yes, it can work for some areas. Like I had a plumbing issue, so I went on Google how to fix a sink. You know, so you can
different.
find stuff,
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
different. It's not gonna produce money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you go on YouTube, how to open a plumbing business and strategy on how open a plumbing business, you're not gonna find anything, right?
Well,
Because
the key thing to know is trading. It's not hard to make money in trading. Any monkey can click on buttons and make
Yeah.
money if it goes in the direction he wants. Like they say, a dead clock will be right twice a
least
day.
twice
You
a
know.
day, yep.
So trading is not. It's not hard to make money. It's hard to make money consistently.
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
you'll find strategies online, but is it
there's
gonna,
a video I want to do where I take my daughter and I bring her to the market and I like make her click.
Yep.
And then if she makes money or she lose money, it's purely
But there's video like that online. Like I think it's
a chicken.
it's a pigeon or a chicken,
Yeah.
something like that, and it just picks like
Wow.
go long, go short, and he's like, "Nah, okay, we're going short
Wow.
on which market? Nasdaq, forex, or crypto? And crypto, okay, let's go."
no, but yeah, that's the general idea about it is you don't need to be a genius to be lucky, but you can't be lucky. Luck will get you some like it will get you to a certain distance, but it won't get you all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you went on.
Yeah, so you had to go back to the story. I reached out to you. Were the second person, or at the same time, and I was so surprised that you answered me.
Why? I
And-
liked you.
Yeah, but again, we didn't really know
Like
each
who
other.
doesn't like you? You're always smiling. Like Dave is the most likable trader I've ever seen.
Well, again, we
Plus,
didn't know
he-
each other,
he's a
right?
You could
Good
make
dad
me
as
lose
well.
money on your call, and I'll be like, I still love you, Dave. that's 20 grand you lost today.
I heard you're refunding the loss today, so
I wish.
so yeah. I mean, I was shocked. You answered me. I think within half an hour, and you literally told me, "Do you want to jump on a phone call?" And I was like, "Sure." And I think we spent like half an hour, 45 minutes together, and you explained the concept of shorting penny stocks. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And that day, you opened up the Discord pretty much, and we started trading within a day or two. And
The same day he joined is the same day I opened the Discord.
That's crazy.
Think about it. Because I was like, because I was already doing it,
Yeah.
and I was posting on social, blah, blah, blah. And so when he said, yeah, do you, like, how do you do it? Like, oh, I'm going to open a Discord. I was like, okay. So
Just like that.
So I opened the Discord, yeah.
yeah, and again, just at first, like I said, we weren't screen sharing. It was just him on the audio, and
Yeah.
I like this and at this point and entries.
Look at
and
this. You like this? Like, you understand this?
Yeah, just kind of slowly picking it up, and now it's crazy what it's become. But it's cool to see the journey that the trading desk has been through, and what we've gone through. It's really, really neat.
Because when I listen to you guys, and I think this year has been for Trading Desk at least, one of the things I'm most proud of is I can sit back and I'm not doing all the explanation for once. I'm not coaching as much for once. I'm not always the one that has the answer about a setup. Makes sense? So I think this year, what I love is that you guys have stepped up into the this role where you've been mastering this game for what, 5 years now?
5, 6, yeah.
5, 6 years?
For us,
Yep.
it's 5 year. Yeah.
5.
5 years. And when I hear you guys talk about trading, but especially what we do, and I could see myself, I was like, wow, that's crazy. There was a time where I was the one that taught you this, and now you're teaching other people this. That's crazy.
What's funny is that we traded together for probably 4 years, every single day together, and I hadn't met you in person
Yeah.
until
Yeah,
4
it's
years
true.
later,
Yeah.
where we did a podcast about a year and a half ago. I want to
Yeah,
say.
I've never seen you in person.
Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird trading and talking to someone every single day, especially during COVID, right, where you're so
Yeah.
secluded, and you essentially became part of my inner circle. One of the people I
You're my
speak to the
fam.
most really.
Represent.
Yeah. So it's been cool. It's been cool to, again, through the pandemic, grow that community and those friendships, and meeting the other coaches, and it's cool to see what we've grown.
Do you feel lonely in Ottawa? Do you feel like it's happening here? You should move.
Yeah, to a point, especially after the floor was open.
Yeah.
It does feel like I'm missing out a little bit, but you know what? It's okay.
We'll get you on your own floor.
Yeah.
When you're ready. The thing about the floor is what it does, and it's so funny because I feel that people, since we have the floor, they feel that we're more legitimate, but we've always been legitimate. It's just now it's true. They can't hide anywhere. Now they're in real time, So.
But we weren't hiding. We were
But
just
that's
in
the
internet.
online. That's the thing. Like the thing with the internet is there's always that aspect of you show the good side, not the bad side, right? How many trades are we actually taking, and how many trades are we showing, right? The beauty, I get a lot of members sometimes they'll ask, or like my acquaintances will be like, oh, you took this trade today and it worked out, but how many other trades did you take? I was like, that's the only one, like that, the nuances of the online and what we do. For us, we know we're in it. We know that nothing changes. But for a lot of people that are looking in from the outside, they're like, they choose what they show. The big difference is when we say we do it live, it's fully live.
Yeah.
Right? We're not building our positions beforehand and then dumping on everybody else. It's, what we see is what we apply. What we apply is what we trade. What we trade is how we make our money. And then the members just get to benefit from seeing the coaches do exactly what we teach in a live manner. So it's very different than, it just brings that legitimacy to what we do, because now seeing other people than the inner circle of trading desk, trade live, I guess you can say, then it goes a long way.
Yeah. Have you guys ever caught one of your students teaching another student?
Yeah.
Yes.
So like the guy that you started from fresh, but was it a good teaching or a bad teaching?
It was a bad teaching.
Oh, bad teaching. Oh,
No,
shit.
definitely not
'Cause
bad
I'm
teaching.
talking good teaching. Sometimes I would connect and I would hear either like a student that's been there for a couple of months to a year that I know he's doing good, teaching another student, and I'm like, wow, it's crazy the effect that it has.
I've seen that happen a few times, but I've seen, I don't want to say bad teaching happen necessarily, but like, they'll jump the gun in answering a question and it's not necessarily the right answer. So that I've seen a few times, but but it's the culture that trickles down, right? Like it's fun to see where you started and you're seeing the team grow, and then you have this ability to transfer information and a culture in a way where people take it and they really like apply it. But at the end of the day, it's how well is that information going to be moved on to the next person?
Like giving criteria, giving like strategy, giving tips. I think it's really touchy. Like you better know what you're doing. You better have like a background of your own stats to prove that, well, you're profitable. Like that's the thing online. Like you don't know anybody if he's profitable or not. So you have to be careful.
Did you
Who
know
you
that
listen.
legally, if even though you're not, you don't have a business into coaching or trading or anything, if you go to your neighbor and you give him a financial advice, he can come back after you.
Yeah, you're liable.
You're liable
Yep.
for the advice that even though whatever, you're not
Well,
not doing
Sean,
it out
What's
of
the
purpose.
statute of limitations?
You owe me a couple $1,000s for that tips on Purple Biotech.
False. I said I think it's a good idea.
No, I will get back at you. And
What about Lion Electric there, boys? Anything you want to call? Anything you guys want to
I've
say
never
about
been
that?
into Lion Electric. If there was something I would do on Lion, was shorted from the
IPO?
day, not the IPO, but the day they converted.
but to be
this
honest,
went down.
that's one of the
crazy.
main reason I reach out to like a program like Trading Desk, because I did like my financial degree at HEC Montreal, and I thought I know better than the market. So I bought those shitty company like Lion Electric, and I lost a lot of money. And that's after I realized, okay, I need, not that my bachelor degree is worthless, but I need like a strategy, not just like financial courses or something like that. So that's the reason why I reach out to Trading Desk to learn a real strategy with real statistic, and it's where I start making money with the market, because before that I bought Lion Electric.
You bought everything that we made money shorting.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, there's a lot of you out there, Drew.
I bought like the future I thought would be the future Amazon, the future Nvidia, the future Google, whatever you thought.
He's our liquidity.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Julian.
I was.
Julian, thank
I
you
was.
for all these
Because
years
I-
of sacrifice.
I thought I knew better because I have my bachelor degree in finance. So I was like, and I was young. I was maybe a little more careless. So, yeah, one of the main reasons.
What do you guys like the most about trading? Like, what's the thing that? Because one time Chloe asked me if we win the Chloe loves to buy lottery tickets. I don't know why, because she already married a lottery ticket, so I don't know why she keeps buying them. I'm like, just give me the $2. Is it $2 a lottery ticket?
I don't know. I don't think
Anyways,
I've.
So
I don't
so
like-
she told me once, she's like, oh, if we win, I don't know, 30, 40 million, like, what would you do? I'm like, I would trade.
Yeah.
I would just do it again and again and again. I wouldn't stop. I just love this for the past 9 years now. It's been, I haven't missed one day. But
I haven't missed one day, but
what's the thing that you guys like about it? Do you know, like, specifically besides making money?
well, it's all about like the competition aspect, I think. Like, if I was trading alone, I think if I would won the lottery, maybe I would stop. But for a while, just enjoying life and spending carelessly. But then after that, you need more than money in life. You need a meaning. And that's the main reason I became a coach, because at the end, it's just plus in your bank account and minus in your bank account. Like, there's no real meaning behind red candlestick and green candlesticks and
Meaning, you mean
P&L.
like spiritually meaning, but there is meaning because it does something. But what you mean by meaning is there's no spiritual meaning behind it.
Well, not
Like, it's
really,
not gonna
like,
fulfill you.
I'm not like I'm not looking for enlightenment, but
Well, it depends. If I see an engulfing candle, double top or something, that's enlightenment to me, and I'm pretty sure Dave will go into engulfing candle. What's the term in French? I had that, but I don't even think. Do we use engulfing candles?
What is it?
Une chandelle de réjection?
Oh, is that what that is?
I think so.
No,
That's not-
that's a rejecting
Yeah.
candle.
Oh, rejecting candle.
Engulfing candle is something else. It's when the next candle, the entire body takes over the entire candle of the previous
course you
candle.
would know
So
this.
depending on the
Of course,
time
he has to
frame,
know that.
Yeah.
the
that's where
Bible
you're
over
engulfing
here,
That's the
candles.
trading
It's
Bible.
like
But
to
we
be-
know we don't use.
I met
engulfing
this
candles.
guy. I met this guy. I want to come back to Jew because that's fascinating as an answer. But I met this guy once, and we were talking trading. And even though, like, I am who I am, he knew so much. I felt like I knew nothing because he's like, "Oh no, this is a cup and a handle, double star, shooting star, pattern." Where I'm like, "All right, is it no, watch this. If it touched the 20 fib, it's gonna go cross MA 30 and." Okay.
You guys must get this a lot. Ask people asking you advice
time.
about
All the time.
Tesla or whatever
All
other
the time.
company. It's like I don't know. It's not my
s-
setup.
We're what? We're December 22nd. I got Christmas parties lined up.
Oh man.
I
Brace
have
yourself,
to
guys.
find a way to shut the family down because I'm like, oh, Sean, I see you trade. What do you guys think about Nvidia? And I'm like, couldn't care less. Like,
Yeah.
it's not what I look for.
Is it gonna gap up
Oh, my
50%?
goodness. Then I'll
'Cause
tell
if
you
it
what
does,
to do.
I'm gonna
I
tell
short it.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do about it. But yeah. So
No, I stopped.
if that's not like, why'd you start trading then?
Why did you start trading?
I know why.
Why
I
did
started.
you start trading?
I think for me, it's it's always money. I mean,
It's a
at the end of the day,
challenge.
you start.
Nah, you wanted to be
get
around me.
Well, of course. No, I think everyone gets started in trading for money. I don't think it gets much beyond that at the start. And then you're going to label meaning behind it, right? And then you're going to try to figure out, okay, why do you... At first, you don't know if it's going to be a passion or not. I mean, we've seen a lot of people come and go throughout the years. I think it's great for people to start and try. And then if it's not their passion, hey, it's not for everyone. That's for sure. Like for me, for the last almost 6 years, I feel like it's Christmas every morning. I'm sure you guys feel the exact same way. I'm excited to wake up, excited to see what the market's going to offer. But for so many different reasons. I mean, when I started trading, like I mentioned, my son was just born, so eventually it becomes more about the family, the lifestyle, the freedom, to the time freedom and financial freedom that you can give to your kids and to my spouse, and have the lifestyle that we want. But more importantly than that, I think it's about finding a passion. I've always done things that I'm
So
passionate
what do you
about.
love about it? Like what turns
I
you
love
on?
the challenge. I love the challenge of it. I love what Jim Rohn says. If you guys know Jim Rohn, is don't become a millionaire for the money, is become a millionaire for the person you have to become to achieve the millions, right? And trading will hold up a mirror to you from day one. The market does not care.
But you're a challenge guy, like
I do like
75 hard.
challenge-
You're a
I
challenge
do
guy.
like challenges.
Like you see a burning house and like, let me get into that. Let me get into that house
Weird
and
like
pull
that.
everybody out. Yeah, yeah, you're a challenge guy. What about you guys? You guys,
I was
like,
I was ready for another challenge because before getting into day trading, I was a server and I was a pretty good server, like really good server.
Second
MVP,
best.
right?
MVP server, yeah, indeed.
Second
And with,
how
with-
can you be a really good sir? Like what
You
qualifies?
never drop the plate.
Oh,
I
wait, you never dropped the plate?
never dropped the plate.
You dropped the soap?
No, see, no, it's just like there's better server than others. Like it's whatever. But I was ready for something else. I was ready for something else, another challenge, and really like the pandemic. I lost my job as a server and my financial degrees. I was like, okay, I'm ready to go back to maths and the market. And I was really into the freedom of location.
Are you looking at the camera when you talk?
No,
Are you looking? Because you're talking to us, but you're looking
It's
over there. So
because,
I'm like,
it's because
is
the
he talking to
MVP
the
is
audience?
looking at the public, you know.
Oh.
He's looking at the
Did you bring your trophy?
Who's this guy
Is your
talking to?
trophy in here?
Can someone get Julie's trophy?
Jesus.
Covered in smear marks because he's been kissing it all morning.
Oh,
You know what he said yesterday? He's got to put a mirror on it
Oh.
so he can look at himself.
Well, it does,
Okay,
it
now
does,
I'm red probably.
it does suit
Looking
you.
at the camera, right? You seeing me, guys? I'm red.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
basically you got into trading because you were bored of being awesome.
Yeah. And I wanted the freedom of location.
Yeah.
But now you lock me in Mirabel. So.
This is how you know. This is how you know it went sideways when the guy's like, I went into trading to not be an office guy, and now he runs an office.
I'm the first one in and the last one out.
I'm chained over
la,
here
la,
in
la.
Mirabel. It's freaking winter in Quebec right now. I should be like with palm trees and sand. But no,
No.
I'm here with you guys.
Well, you know, you always have a choice.
yeah, in 3 weeks,
But-
3 years.
But let me tell you something.
After the lease year.
Let me tell you something. It's not the same. Like trading on your own. You guys have trade on your own.
Yeah.
So there is the passion you do for the game,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's when you share it with other people, you have enlightenment moments. You have bigger ideas.
Mm-hmm.
You have you go deeper into conversations. You push the note way further.
Mm-hmm.
So what it does is trading in a group. how we do it with the floor or the Discord or just the community and the upcoming traders, what it does, it brings what you already love about trading to another level.
Yep.
I feel because you get to re-talk about those good moments, those bad moments, those moments where you thought IBIO was a good setup. You know?
It was.
And then the
That's all I
real
gotta
setup,
say.
it was BEAT.
There you go.
There you go.
But you don't get to do, like me, Chloe. She loves that I love it. But she doesn't care about it.
Yeah.
Right. So when I would do great trades or like enlightenment moment where if I do it this way, I'm gonna gain 5% more on trades, or if I do it this way, I'm gonna limit my losses to this and that. I would get out of the office, go to her, explain to her, and I knew while she was baking like a bread or something, I knew she wasn't listening. She was listening, but she wasn't. She wasn't passionate about it. So having a group of people where you can share this, you can explain this, and they bring other ideas to the table. Yes, but have you noticed that if you do it like this, that, then you have a 2% chance of this, that, and it brings the game to another level.
It's also like I think I'm really like a people's person, so the contact with the people, that's the one thing. Like I remember when I was trading alone before getting into being coach, we were at the golf tournament of Trading Desk, and you asked me like, "Hey, how's trading? Like how's trading?"
The lifestyle.
Your
The
lifestyle,
lifestyle of like a full-time trader living with your trading. I was like, oh, money-wise it's good. I don't have like nothing to complain. But seriously, my days are long.
Yeah.
My days were super long, and all my friends were working like their 9-to-5 job, and I was like,
You know what I think is valuable about a floor like this is, I don't know about you guys, like my wife, she's always been very, very supportive about my trading, super encouraging through all the ups and downs and when I wanted to quit. And I'm sure, did you guys?
Oh, you guys wanted to quit? We'll go into
No.
that after. Really?
Not for real, but there's definitely been, I mean, I texted you a lot in the early days.
I don't
was-
remember. Well, if you texted me more than 3 lines, I
That's
don't
true.
read.
That's true.
So-
I was like voice text it to me.
Dave is like, why didn't Frank answer? Like, bro, I didn't read it. So that was a deep moment in my life. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Sorry.
It's true. But no, I think that's what's important about the floor is not everyone has that support system of a spouse or
Yeah,
people that
that's sad.
believe in them, because trading, if you're on your own and you don't know other people that have ever become successful at it, it's very easy to be talked out of it, to say
it's a
get a
long
real
road.
job, or it is tough. It's tough
a long
road.
mindset wise, and it's a long road, like you say, to become consistent and make good money with it. So I think having the floor here and having social proof right beside you, whether it's a coach or a student right beside you making money, I think that's very, very valuable, because not everyone has that.
yeah, the highs are highs, the lows are lows. It's a roller coaster ride.
But at one point, like in your trading career, you
it's less of a roller
control
coaster,
you
yeah, it's
control the highs and you control the lows. Like
You put yourself on the cruise mode.
a little bit, but not on a boring cruise mode. Like you still push the envelope a little bit. Or anyway, I think like I became passionate about trading before I even knew I loved it. Like it was a weird moment where I was like, I know that there's a lot of money to be made, and it wasn't just a love for money, it was a love for freedom of time. Like I think that the aspect about trading and what's portrayed online is very accurate to a certain extent, until you find it. Like once you land in it and you know what you're doing, then you can flick it on and it becomes achievable. But I fell in love with the transfer of knowledge. And I know it took me a long time before I did it. Like I was shy, I avoided cameras. This 3 years ago was an absolute nightmare. Couldn't catch me dead in a place like this.
Do you remember? Because when I started building Trading Desk, and I was like, because people, okay, but do you have other people than you making money? I was like, yeah. I have Sean. And then he's like, who's Sean? He's like, let me get him in a testimony.
He's like
So,
your imaginary girlfriend.
Yeah. And then so I call up Sean. I'm like, hey, Sean. Yeah. Can you come and do a testimony? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna come, but I don't want to do it alone. So the first time he's like, can you come? Can Julian come with me? It's like, yeah, of course.
Two of us. A video came up recently too.
I'm like the little brother who isn't scared,
Like the fearless guy.
the fear
runs
who
in-
just
But what's-
jump, say yes now,
What
and figure it
flips
out
because
later.
I remember you were like annoyingly hiding.
Yeah. So the big thing with my background in that area is there's not anything in life that I do that I don't do fully, and I don't like not being good at something. And if ever I am going to be good, then I'll be like okay demonstrating and going from there. So like I was a super shy kid. It was like very, very tough for me to be in like big social settings. So the idea of me like just talking on the Discord, sometimes I don't know if you've ever caught it or if you've ever heard it, but at the very beginning when I would start the Discord, I would run out of air because I would have to like take a big breath in and then turn my microphone on and then just say everything I had to say. I just
Wow.
wouldn't breathe because it'd be like I would get like socially anxious about like explaining what I know, right? In the restaurant industry, that brought that side out of me a little bit easier because I grew in the restaurant industry from a very young age. And then from there, I became really good, a little bit better than Julien, by the way. Just want to put that out there. Just a little bit better.
Oh, you
but-
have an MVP trophy too?
yeah, I keep mine at home though.
Oh, okay.
I don't parade it every day. But in the grand scheme of the restaurant, and Julien walks around it with it in his backpack just in case people need to see it.
Well, it's important. When you're an MVP,
Confidence.
yeah, when you're an MVP, people have to know.
Well, listen.
Yeah.
Well, when you're a real MVP, people know no.
Oh,
Michael Jordan didn't hide.
Yeah, he also didn't carry a trophy everywhere he went. Scottie Pippen did though. Do you know who Scottie Pippen is?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan's number 2.
Anyways,
that being said,
you guys should really do like a start of the year like with 50K and whoever goes to the highest. You guys should do a
we're
competition.
gonna fight
like
the
this.
entire way through. It's gonna be
No, not
we
this.
want to
That's gonna
write
be
a
good
book.
TV.
We want to write a book where it's like chapter
yeah.
1. This is our idea.
yeah, that's a
It's-
nice
It's
idea.
chapter 1. Sean says this and then explains the chapter, and then chapter 2 is Julien just to like one up me, and then chapter 3 as like I
Oh.
one up Julien. Every other
From
chapter
different part of her life, how I saw it and how he saw it, and then
just like co-author a book back and forth. In
Are
the
you guys gonna do
chapters.
the audiobook? Because they're also I'm
That'd
not
be
gonna
sick.
read it.
It's more than 3 lines.
There'll be a link
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end. There'll
More
be
than 3
QR
lines,
code
I'm
for
sorry.
Frank's version. Scan this, and it's the audiobook.
I hate. I don't know why. I think that's why I love balance sheets so much. Is when I look at I see the number and I know companies in debt, as I could just move on. I don't have to read.
Yeah.
And maybe that's why people say you don't care about the news. No, dude, because I don't read the news. I don't go past 3 words.
Literally doesn't read the
I
news.
just don't go past 3 words. It's not,
biotech, phase 2, cancer. Okay, that's enough.
the company will. Okay, that's enough. Nah, I just don't go past whatever they say, so I don't get affected. But
It's fair.
what you
Smart.
guys? How'd you guys seen this year, like 2025? What you guys saw that maybe market change or
Well,
what kind of year did you guys have in terms of, instead?
If I compare it to like market cycles of the previous year, I find that you had the same waves but at different times.
Yep.
I feel like instead of being like a copy paste from the previous years, let's say your I don't know, January, February, March were strong, March, April, May were a bit slower. Well, this year that wave still happened, but in different wavelengths, So it was the mistakes that we did in 2024, we could fix in 2025, but it wasn't pinpoint accuracy in terms of, oh, this date last year I traded this way, I should do something different this date, this year, right? So I think that was my biggest takeaway from 2025. My trading improved tremendously through coaching, to be honest. Like being able to explain the concept of trading to a large crowd is what brought my own trading to the next level, just because I knew I could already understand it previously and I was making money and it was going really well, became a coach. And then from there, everything took off to another like dimension. And it was just, it was just my biggest accomplishment of this year, I would say.
I think everybody's trading went up a notch because you know what you do is you minimize mistakes because you know now you have people watching.
Yeah.
And that trade where you're kind of bored and you have the funds that you stacked up from a couple of months and let me just like trade
For
this
me.
one and
For me, it's the main point. Like having all those accountable buddies. That's how I call them. Like all the members, but also the people in social media. Like I share my kinfo with everybody. So sharing my kinfo it helped me a lot because before entering in a trade, I'm like, will that look good? Will that look good?
What's Kinfo gonna say?
And it's people following your ascension and going like, great month. What's this trade? IBIO?
No, but seriously, it's because it's just putting your money where your mouth is because every single day I'm always repeating myself saying this and that you should do like those are the criteria and after that you share your result and there's
you
a
told
loss,
us not to
there's
take
a
this.
loss on the SSR restricted stock no doesn't make any sense. So for me it's really being accountable. That would help me the most in 2025.
But as the market itself, did you see anything that changes from 2024, 2023?
A little bit like Sean. It's just like it's the same thing repeating over and over again, but at different times of the year, I would say. Like I remember in 2024, we had like an amazing month of October, if I recall. And this year, it was September.
December last year, it was the highest probability percentage growth was 300 something. And this month, if we do, 70%, it's good. 50%.
We built it up way too much.
Oh yeah, dude. We have ads running.
Yeah.
October, November, December is the best month.
And they
and then people like,
this year.
didn't you tell us it was the best month? Well, for the past 8 to 9 years,
You weren't there in September though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But
though. Like,
I'm
the
pissed because I
waves-
missed September.
Oh, you were.
I wasn't there in September.
Sounds like a you problem.
It sounds like me and the bank account problem. No, I was there enough to make I think maybe 3/4 of the trip back. So the 1 week I traded.
Yeah, was enough to pay for 3/4 of the trip.
Yeah.
My August, September, October stretch was phenomenal. But in previous years, it wasn't like you would have really good stretches. And when we say good stretches, it's not because I changed a lot in my trading. It's just the setup was better. I was more in control. Like I just got a lot more confident in the setup as well throughout the years, right? It's something that you build in. And I think that comes back to the famous FOMO that we were talking about earlier. Not trading is also a good decision, right? So like in those 3 months of ascension, it was easy to not trade the days that had no setups because things go so well when the setups does show up. So I think that a lot of the issues that traders have is they have short-term memory of how things can go well when you wait for the setups to show up at your doorstep and not go knocking on every door on the street looking for something to trade. I think that's a big nuance in the trading world where people forget that, you know?
True. I'll take that a little bit further, though. What's interesting, when you're always curious, I think it can lead to interesting opportunities because I find that's kind of what led down the rabbit hole. That's, I'd say, what I'm kind of proud of in 2025 is developing or again, I didn't create the double top by any means, but I found I fine-tuned, brought it to the community and fine-tuned the criteria that I like just from months of looking at them. I just was spending a lot of time in front of my desk this year, and I just kept looking at different trade setups. And I was like, man, I would paper trade them, and then eventually did it with a little bit of size, and then slowly kind of grew it. And I figured, okay, I like this, I don't like this, and I had never done that because from day one, I just kind of followed what Frank taught with his strategies.
It's true. It's
right?
true.
We did the gap up short. That was our
you
strategy.
you tweak some stuff on the gap up short, but from creating a setup and bringing it to the community, it's an experience, right?
Yeah, that was fun
an experience
to
that
do.
you newbies haven't done yet, right?
I mean,
what? Short after halt, man. It's coming up.
I thought you did short after halt. What are you talking about, bro?
No, it
This
was
is something I showed you.
Yeah, twice a year you'll benefit.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Hey,
we'll
listen,
wait on
listen.
you.
You got to be cautious.
What about
you
your
know-
9 a.m. reject?
they don't work.
I think to get full trading desk status, you have to bring a pattern to the community.
Or getting an MVP trophy.
Yeah.
Listen, there's something about being curious that you have to be careful, right? There's a difference between walking into a gay bar and ending up in a burly man's bedroom, you know?
Jesus.
Whoa, that escalated
you?
fast.
Well, this was our program, folks.
Okay. We might be cutting that one out. Water break.
Okay.
It's fun while it lasts.
The one and only Coach's Corner,
I
ladies
found
and
the
gents.
screw that was loose on you, man.
But we do have fun.
Yeah, it's important. to
Can't
have
say
fun.
trading desk is not a fun community.
Nope.
Jesus Christ.
Can't say that for sure.
What were we
So
talking
where
about?
we were before all that.
I think we were back where Dave and I we established that we give more to the community that you guys do because of the patterns that we
Yeah.
are able
Or
to create.
I'll need your trophy later. I'm bringing that one home.
Or we can ask the community who they like.
Here's the
more.
problem: is in the community, people like you because you're a likable guy. That's the problem. Me, they don't like me. They respect me, but they don't like me.
Here's a hard ass.
Yeah.
To me, it makes no sense to come into this industry and be there to make friends. To me, you will be friends once you're profitable, once you understand, how to trade, and once I can have a trading conversation where you're not asking me questions on basic stuff, then I'll go from coach to friend. But as long as this is not done and it's not established that I can have a trading conversation and you can teach me as much as I can teach you, we're not going to be friends. We're going to be coach, student, and that's it. Because
you're right.
you're in a domain, you're in an area where in the market there's
doesn't
no
care.
friends.
Yeah, no, the market
Like, the
doesn't
market's
care,
like, sorry, buddy, I'm just going to take you 20 grand today.
yeah.
And, no.
I hope it's fine.
Yeah, have a good day.
Yeah. No, if you're not hard on them,
The market doesn't care.
no.
It's gonna take the
If
money
we're not
and
hard
run.
on them, the market's just gonna humble them.
How do we Frank think? The market doesn't care, so I don't care.
Préliminaire, c'est quoi?
Preliminary.
Preliminary.
What do you say?
I'm the preliminary.
One more time.
We should drink.
How did you say that?
We should drink a little whiskey before doing this all the time.
Preliminary? It's a hard word to say.
It's a
for
hard one.
Frenchies, huh?
I don't even think it's applicable to the sentence, but
Tu l'as-tu dit, toi?
I try.
it's out of context regardless.
Preliminaries.
There you go.
There you go.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Listen, there's a difference between.
Oh, feel bad for Chloe. Hey, come
Oh,
here,
I
baby.
feel
We'll
bad
get
for
that
Josh,
preliminary
man.
going.
He's gonna do a lot of cuts on that video.
Hey, babe. Hey, babe, I'm here to do the preliminary. Preliminary.
Preliminary.
How to get 3 kids in 3 years. Skip the preliminary.
No preliminary. There you go, straight to it.
Okay,
Hey, these guys don't have any kid. We're really on the right side, eh?
Yeah.
Oh,
The young bloods, no kids, young guns,
No responsibility.
no responsibility.
2 cats is a lot of responsibility.
2 cats is not a lot of responsibility.
oh.
Sean,
Okay.
so why did you get involved in trading? I
Oh
never
wow,
got to
you
hear.
went round back.
We're going back.
Let's bring it back,
I
boys.
never didn't hear your why.
I got into trading at first for freedom of time. I think that's like universal. The fact that there's no ceiling, right? I love the idea that you're not exchanging your hours for a wage, right? And I think that it's necessary at first, right? We always suggest to have a regular stream of income until you figure out trading. But once that click happens, and traders often talk about the click, it just opens up a new realm of possibilities, right? So the falling in love with trading happened before I even knew Trading Desk, right? It was just the idea of not exchanging time for money because there's no correlation, right? When you grow an account and you can place the same trades in a reputable fashion, but the zeros just add up and you're doing the same thing over the same time frame. I think that was a huge appeal. The idea of being able to travel with trading is very achievable, but I think that in the rat race, in the 9 to 5ers, it's I want my 1 or 2 vacations a year, right? Once you land in the trading world, you don't necessarily think that way because you can trade from anywhere. Like, yes, we do take vacations, we do take time off just to reset the brain and stuff, but the being stuck in one location doesn't apply the same. And then what I really fell in love with trading desks, like I was saying a little bit earlier, is I fell in love with the transfer of knowledge. And it took me a long time to get there because I was shy and I didn't like the idea of not mastering a craft, but explaining it first. And the one thing I always said is, if I want to join something, I want it to work. I want it to work for myself first. And I want it to work where members can pick it up and actually be successful with it. So when Frank approached me and he was like, you've been trading for 3 years at this point with us, like, what are you waiting for? Join us as a coach. I was happy in the sense that I knew that it's something that worked, but I always told him, I was like, if it doesn't work, I can't teach it. I don't want to be the face of a product that I know is full of, shams and stuff. I was like, there's no way. But my overall love, and I'm rediscovering myself again in my 30s as like, I love the teaching aspect of trading because I've made it in a sense, like the money's rolling in, the trades are there, I know what to look for, and I have a skill that I think no one can take away from me, right? Like, you can't outgrow trading.
That's total freedom to me, yeah.
You can't outgrow trading. You can outgrow any industry, whether a 9 to 5 in whatever field. You kind of get to a point where like you don't want to do it anymore, but some fields you just can't do it anymore, right? Like a 50, 60, 70-year-old server, nothing against it, but it's not common for a reason, right?
Yeah.
In the trading world, you have your mind and a laptop with good Wi-Fi, you can pretty much go forever, right? So that aspect I always found really intriguing. And it's the type of thing that you do in your life where one trade in your month pays your monthly plus expenses. What else you want, right? Like, you don't have that attachment to time the same way as any other 9 to 5.
I think from listening to the story, I think that's one of the thing most people, when it clicks to understanding what total freedom is, because they think total freedom doesn't come from winning a big chunk of money. It doesn't come from security. It comes from knowing that you yourself, with the skills you have, can produce income forever.
Exactly.
You don't depend on somebody hiring you. You don't depend on contracts coming in and economy being good. You just depend on the market being open and your skills to make money. And once I had that, it doesn't matter the amount of money you make, because you can just print more. It feels like printing.
Yep.
And if you spend 1 year, 2 years, 3 years building your printing machine, and all you have to do is go up to the market, click some button, and print money, then it's worth it.
Yeah. And you get to a point in your trading career where there's a clear disconnect. Like, when that click happens and you realize that you have a skill to generate wealth, it's different.
It's
like,
scary. Did you get scared a little bit?
Yeah.
Did I ever told you the dream I had where I woke up in the middle of the night thinking it was all a dream?
No way.
Yeah.
Do you remember you
So
told me?
middle of the night. Yeah. I woke up middle of the night and I had this dream where making money with the click of a button was all a dream. It didn't exist. It was all like fabulated. And I had to in the
Fabricated.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Wait, it's not a word?
Fabulated,
Fabulated.
fabricated.
Fabricated.
Hey, if you don't do the preliminary, you don't get to fabulate stuff. Okay?
Can we get it?
We
Can
get it, we get it.
Pause? Can we get like a
What?
can we get a Francis Beaudry dictionary?
Preliminary. Preliminary.
No, but
Fabricated.
Fabulated.
the one thing I get scared of sometimes, it's seriously, I love my life, and I don't want to. I don't want it to stop. So sometimes I'm like, well, I don't know. It's sometimes it's too good to be true. So I'm like, I don't want this to end. I love it. Love the lifestyle. I love being a coach. I love printing money with the market. So sometimes I don't know. I always have like that in the back of my mind. Like it came to me, but I don't know. I'm scared like maybe somebody can take it off from
But
me.
that's
But I know it's not really possible.
But that's a
you,
good
you have the
thing.
skills to build it all back, but I think once you become a trader, this sometimes people, they look at my lifestyle and they look at my assets, and what they don't see is I've been stacking away, preparing for
Exactly.
8 years, the worst scenario where the market is, I have to find a new pattern and I have to take 6 months to a year off trading. So, I think if you are a real trader and you understand what $100, $1,000, $10,000 does in the market, you won't go and spend like crazy.
Exactly.
You'll be very frugal about it.
I think that what Julien says is important in the sense where it's a fine line between being comfortable and cocky.
Yeah.
Right? Especially in the markets where we are in a standing position where we can generate it, but we're not idiots about it to the point of like not having a careless future, right? Like I'm still careful with the money that we generate. Like we're not in a position to, go full stupid, let's call it, right? But having a bit of fear is, I think, what keeps us grounded at the same time. It's not it's good to live in that mindset a little bit, because you're right, like
Keep you it keeps you grounded.
it keeps you humble at the same time, right? It nothing that we'll ever do will all of a sudden, copy paste, and tomorrow's not promised. So
You know what's cool I find about being a trader, and those that make it and eventually become profitable, they can relate to any trader. There's not a single trader who becomes successful that will not be able to relate to someone who's up and coming, because
Been there, done that.
you don't just arrive, it's always a struggle. It's always like you're always working towards improving, right? And everyone is going to go through that mental hurdles, the disappointment, the
drawdowns,
all that. The FOMO, I think every trader has to go through it. That's why it's fun to meet other traders that once they become successful, they're going to relate to you. We've all gone through it.
That's why we say that trading is a long-term horizon, right? Like we can make money on the short term, but surviving the market is over time. And I think that that's the biggest issue with I think that the worst thing that new traders can experience is extremely quick money too fast.
Oh yeah.
Right? I think that the downfall is way bigger in those people than the people who start off slow, take a few losses, smaller accounts, have the hurdles of growing that account, that when the account has finally grown to a substantial amount, they remember where they've been through. If you land in the market where it's, let's say, an August, September, October stretch where everything you touch is dead on working, I think that by the time November, December rolls around and it's a bit slower time, you're chasing that same high, let's call it, that you were living 2-3 months ago, and you think you've cracked the code. The code is not immediate. It takes a long time to officially crack the code, and it's a longevity game, right? And I think that's where we say 95% of the traders fail. It's not that they failed immediately, it's they fail longevity.
It's also because the way our brain are wired, the way we are raised, is you go to work, you work a certain amount of time, and then you're getting paid. Like it's 1 hour equal X amount of money. And then in trading, it's quite the opposite. Like especially when you start with a small account, you putting a lot of hours waiting for your setups, and sometimes you want to take some shortcuts to get there a little bit more quicker. But the thing you're doing is you're not going forward, you're going backward. You have to rewire your brain to really like waiting for your setups. I compare it a little bit to like some sort of addiction. Like every day you go to the market and you have to tell yourself, I'm disciplined, I'm waiting for my pattern, and you try to not fail yourself.
Yep.
C'est écrit comme
Fair.
une petite patte de mouche. Je voyais rien que ton crise de...
C'est important que j'étais en train de dire. Là.
Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry. It's because we got cut by production. They
Yeah.
said you guys are taking a lot of time now.
Yeah.
the-
The
I don't know how
editors
long.
aren't
I don't
gonna
know
be
how long we're
happy.
running this, but what I want to know is, so we've been running. You've been running the trading desk for 6 years. Where do you see it in the next 6? What's your vision? What do you see? Going?
I follow what the trader needs. So the way I've been building trading desk from the classes to the live trading to now the trading floor, I've been building it in a way where what do people need for them to have a quicker click into trading. So I know that when you just listen videos, some people can fall out of focus. So that's why the live trading came into effect. And I know people that can't be there on the live. That's why all the
It's all recorded.
it's all recorded, right? So everything came with how can it help somebody have a click faster. And we've been asked for many times, it would really help me being next to you while you do it. And I wasn't gonna invite them at my home. It's like I
What do you
like
mean?
you, but I have a story. McPhee showed up at my home, and because he thought it was live, so I'm like, and he knocked on the door. Chloe was in a bathrobe, and she opened the door. I was like, "Who's this?" And McPhee, how he is laid back. with the
Yeah, he
tattoos
looks
and-
like the missing member
It's like,
of
Frank, do you owe money to anyone? So like,
There's a
no.
Shylock at the door.
Somebody that looks like he wants to collect.
Sons of Anarchy is knocking
So,
at the door.
so I've been asked many times to do the real thing, which is a class. That's why we did this year. Now the other thing that I see is people, they want to be there, but it's a one location thing. So what I feel that it's going to become with the amount of traders that we are training to become in the next years is if somebody comes from our academy and wants to open his own trading floor in his city, we are going to help him and back him through this process for him to open in Quebec City, in Ottawa, in
South Shore.
South Shore.
Yeah.
If somebody comes from Alberta and he's been studying with us for 2 years, he's a very profitable trader. He wants to open a floor. We're gonna back him to go through this
sick,
program.
actually.
I think our goal right now is when people are taking a phone call with us and they're in any city and they're like, oh, I want to do it physically. It's like, oh, what city are you in? They would say Sherbrooke. Great, we have a little 7-place trading floor in Sherbrooke. Let's see if there's a spot open where we can get you there. And the coach there has been trading for 5 years. He knows the strategy. He's been vetted by us. So I think that's where we're gonna head. Anyways, from what I've seen so far, but any decisions that I've made into running this program has been into what will, if I take somebody, how long does he need to have a click and then he can become profitable? Because when you become profitable, it's a click.
Yeah.
The second you have the click, you're good.
Yeah.
But is it gonna be 3 months, a year, 2 years? This varies from one person to the other, but
I think that's what's exciting with the GoPro program that we just launched. It's kind of like, obviously we can't be side by side with everyone, but the question was always, like you say, how many people can you affect that you can help in the shortest amount of time without obviously, well, there's time restraints. We're only 4 of us, and
For now.
For now, there's always going to be new coaches, but the GoPro program is kind of that one-on-one approach where they get to share a trading sheet with the coach
Virtually,
and correct them
yeah.
every single day. And I think that's going to be very, very valuable. Well, it already is. We've seen it now.
Makes sense.
I
Cool
agree.
to see. Well, you know what? It's
We
fun.
walked through-
I think what's really exciting is what to come in 2026 with the English market that we're opening. For the last 6 years, we've been focused on the Quebec market, the French market, and now the next expansion is really across Canada with
Yeah.
the English side. So it's I think that'll be really, really exciting to just be able to help a whole new
Yep.
market.
I agree.
I think people need us. I think people are looking for something real.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that want to learn the right way to do stuff, and unfortunately, because of how internet is, there's a lot of scammers. There's a lot of people teaching the wrong stuff. They're using strategies that is supposed to be on S&P, and they're using it on gold, or they're using it on crypto, which you shouldn't mix. But yeah, it should be very interesting to see the next student coming up in the English market this year.
It's gonna be a good year.
Guys, I'm glad we're doing this together. And do you go like this?
To 2026.
2026, guys.
All right,
Bangaran.
we're done.